not always the size of the excavator that matters. It's if it gets the job done right. Hey guys, Zach here from Kubota of Lynchburg, and today I'm going to go over the new KX008-5. The Kubota KX008 mini tiny excavator has been out for a while now, but then came out with a new -5 version this year. We actually just unloaded it off the trailer today. I threw a bucket on the front of it and figured we'd go ahead and make a video kind of explaining some of the new features and give you guys all the specs and benefits on why this is an awesome little mini excavator. So I like to start with the front. So we have a small bucket on the front of this excavator. It's a 12-inch bucket. You can get smaller, you can get larger, you can get quick couplers. They don't make a thumb option for it. You can make one. I've seen some of those been manufactured and custom made. They don't make a thumb for it, but you have a little small 12-inch digging bucket. And then we basically come back to your angle blade. This is where this excavator has a lot of versatility. So these tracks will actually come in and out, and I'll show you guys that in a second, but they will actually spread in and out with the pull of a lever, which is really nice. So right now, if you take a look at the front of this blade, you can actually see the tracks are overlapping. They're sticking out further than this blade. That's never good on an excavator. So when we pull those tracks in, you know, they won't be covering that whole width. But right now, how do we fix that? It's really cool and really simple. Pull this pin, pull out this, stick it back on here, and now we have a blade that is wider or the same width as our track. So very easy to custom do this. You actually have some bolts that would adjust. You can actually angle this kind of in and out to dozer blade or to kind of let the dirt fall off to the sides. So you can switch this blade from very wide to its standard narrow position on it. So let's go ahead and I'll show you guys how these tracks work, because this is kind of the coolest part about this little mini excavator. This is pretty standard for most of these little minis. I can take it from anywhere from basically 2 foot 4 inches wide to 2 foot 10 inches wide. So right now it's at 2 foot 10 inches. I'm gonna go ahead and retract them in and out. And all I'm doing is this by a pull of a lever. So let me start her up. I pull my lever here, and now all I have to do is do this. And now I'm at my smallest setting, so that's the 2 foot 4 inches. Now if I pull this, it'll spread them out. I gain more stability. I gain more traction, a little bit smoother ride with those. And all it is this little lever right here. So if I pull this up in the position and you use this, you know, that's gonna spread my tracks. If I push this back down, now if I use this lever, I'm just moving my front angle blade. So very versatile. It's very simple to switch between the two controls. Your other controls here, of course, are going to be your excavator controls as far as digging and moving and everything like that. You've got your forward and reverse controls here. One of these things is, this is kind of new for the new -5 series. They've made these controls a little bit more ergonomic, a little bit more comfortable to use, a little bit more operator friendly. I'll just word it that way. We do have as well, I'll swing it to you for fun, we have an LED light on it. So that's blinding you guys. So we've got LED lights. So when you are working in that basement, in that crawl space, in that very small enclosed area, because this folds down, you can get in those tight areas. It's very easy to basically use this setup, and this will swing on back. One of the other nice things about this that I like is this is slow. So this is full speed reverse, full speed forward. If I push a button on my left-hand side here, I can speed it up. Slow down, speed up. So it is a 2-speed range on this mini excavator. So that is where one of those pros come, because when I unloaded it off the truck today and I had to bring it all the way down here, it took me a couple minutes driving across the lot. So having that 2-speed control definitely did speed it up. Other than that, realistically, only controls I already showed is this is swinging your boom. These are your main controls here. Throttle is right here. It's only got a 10.3 horsepower engine to it, so it is very quiet. So I'm able to do this video with a mic and everything without it being too noisy. You can do it in basements, not worry about noise and reverberation and everything, but 10.3 horsepower on it. Its operating weight is about 2,300 pounds, depends on how much you weigh personally. It depends on how much the operational weight is on it. And then basically, let's see, the dig depth on this is about 5 foot 8 inches. So you've got a pretty good dig depth. And again, if you're a plumber, or if you're an electrician, a guy who just does this for a hobby, most of the time you're not going to have to dig deeper than 4 or 5 feet to put in those lines or even to dig up those lines. So this is kind of a plumber's or electrician's best friend. You can fit in those really tight areas. You can actually fit inside a perfectly open door. So if you see there's a door over there, we'll show where this will fit exactly into a door. You can back in, you can pull in. In any door, you just pull those tracks in, put your roll bar down, and then you can fit into those places. So going to those basements, digging up those lines, those septic lines and everything, this is a dream. The other thing I'll show you guys is service points and access. If you pull this little lever right here, your seat will flip up. Oh, my roll bar's down, gotta be careful there. Just gonna set that there while we do this. Pull this up. And now I have extremely easy access to all my service points. So we've got our battery, our coolant lever, coolant reservoir, our radiator, access to your Kubota diesel engine here. This is where you put your diesel fuel in, your fuel filters, oil filters, everything like that. So this is probably one of the easiest to maintain pieces of equipment because everything is so small, so accessible, so easy to get to. So if you're a contractor and you're like, man, I hate servicing my equipment, this is about as easy as it gets. One of the other things, as easy as it gets, if you see here, we've got this port outlet on either side. If you were to put a hydraulic implement on it, a hydraulic breaker, that thumb, or maybe some other attachments hydraulic on the front of this, you would actually attach your quick couplers here and run it from there. All your hoses, Kubota's very good about routing. You can see all your hoses are routed through your boom lines, through your actual booms itself. So nothing is exposed, nothing's gonna get caught as you're going into these tight areas. It is very well protected and very easy to keep up and keep maintained. So again, if you're looking for a mini excavator, this K008 or even the U10, these are very good options, solid machines. The engine is gonna last another 50, 60 years. It's gonna outlive me because it's a little Kubota diesel engine. So great machine, great features on it. I'm happy with what Kubota does on these 008s.